everyone, Mac here, and here we are at day 13, Friday the 13th, of our Advent calendar openings. But before we get to that, I want to talk about this for a little bit. This I got in the same secondhand store over the summer that I got the 2008 Advent calendar, and I believe this is the 2016. I believe it's 2016. If I'm wrong, I will let you know in the description down below. But I believe this is the 2016 giveaway from the Lego store when you purchased a certain dollar amount of product. Just like how last year they had the carousel that we took a look at. This is supposed to be a snow globe, and I was really interested in this because if you look on the box here, it shows, like, let me turn the light off for this for a second. There we go. If you look at the box, it shows these pieces like suspended, and I thought maybe there was a clever way that they were going to do that. But all that really does is just show you that these pieces are in there, and when you shift it around, when you shake it, they bounce around in there. That they're not actually suspended in there. Let me drop this down a little bit. They're not actually suspended in there. They're just laying in there, and they rattle. Kind of like one of those pop mowers from when we were kids where you pushed it and the BBs just kind of bounced and clicked around. So that was a little disappointing. I really thought there was going to be some clever way where they had them like suspended in the glass cylinder here that's supposed to be the snow globe. Something else that's a little disappointing, and I understand it's just a product of how these pieces work, is that these transparent pieces, these half dome or these half quarter round pieces, the crease ends up being right in the middle, right down the middle of Santa, where Santa's looking out, and that is a little distracting. I would have preferred if somehow they could have found that to make it just all a smooth surface up front. And I did try taking it off and turning it, but for some reason it doesn't really seem to want to work that way because of the way the studs and the anti-studs are positioned along the bottom. So that was a little disappointing too. But beyond that, let me turn the light back on now for this. Beyond that, this really is a nice piece. I like the colors. I always like for Christmas when they do these gold pieces. I like the candy cane-like style to these pillars here. The golden window thatching. The Christmas tree inside the snow globe looks good. I like the holly build on top of it. This whole transparent dome piece, other than having the crease right down the middle, that's kind of cool. But I also like how this has a little drawer, a little drawer that you can hide stuff in, that you can stash things in. And you wouldn't know it was there because this is made to look like, you know, the entrance to like a little house or something, like a little dollhouse with the torches, sconces on the outside, and this would be the walk-up. But that is a little handle that pulls the drawer out, and you can put stuff in there. And I thought that was kind of neat. That was pretty cool. All in all, I like this piece. I'm glad I bought it because I always like Lego. I've said this before, always like really gets it at Christmas time, and I always like their Christmas builds, and this one looks fantastic next to last year's carousel, which once I have that built, I'll set it out and I'll put them side by side, and I have a feeling that they're going to look great next to each other. So with that done and out of the way, so honestly, I'd say if you can find this, especially for the price I got it at, I got it really cheap. I think this was $5 when I picked it up. It's definitely worth picking up if you're an avid collector, if you're a fan of Christmas, if you like the Lego Christmas builds the way I do. I definitely think this is something that's worth picking up if you can still find it on the secondary market right now. And like I said, if I'm wrong on the year that it came out, I will put a notation down in the description down below. So, without further ado, let's start with our advent calendars, and we will be starting with the 2019 one, the new one, and we got 13 right at the top here. Hey, we got another minifig, but this is not a member of our curling team. This looks like it goes with the boy that we opened up, the young kid that we opened up the other day, and the presents and the interior set. So give me a minute, let me put this together, and we'll take a look at it. Okay, here we go. We do have a minifig, and it is more of an interior style fig, and this is definitely, I think, the kid's mother from a minifig that we opened up a few days ago, and probably goes with the rocking chair and the lamp set that we build. I like her hairpiece. I really like her hairpiece, and I like that color for it. That's a unique color. I haven't seen that hairpiece in that color in a while. One face printing with the glasses. I like that. The printing on her sweater, it's nothing spectacular, but it does look really good, especially for this type of character. And we do have printing on the back for it. So no printing on the legs. The legs are just tan. But what she has for her accessory is this, and this is kind of cool. This is something that was built, and it's a storybook that this opens up, and you can see this 1x2 plate piece in here with printing on it, and you know how I always love printed pieces. It just says Once Upon a Time. It's the first page of a storybook, and I think that is a really nice accessory, a really nice piece for anything from Lego, not just this Christmas set. So we can take this and we pop that in her hand, and we will take her and we can sit her down in the rocking chair with her storybook that we opened up yesterday, and I think that is going to make a nice set that goes together. Let me set this back down here. So we'll set that down there since we have this little interior set going, and we'll bring the tree over, the boy, and the presents, and we'll set this all up over here. We'll set the tree up and the gifts in the background. And there we go. So you see we got that little setup so far for them. And we have more going on for the interior of this set, which doesn't exist, whereas we still have one lone curler. So with that out of the way, let me put this back on. We will switch over to our 2008 Advent calendar, and day 13 is right here on the corner. And, well, this is different. We have another minifig. We have a spear gunner, a fisherman, a spear gun, and as odd as this looks for something that came out of an Advent, or as odd as this is for something that came out of an Advent calendar, initial reactions, I really like this fig. This is unique. I don't have anything like this so far. I like when the visor goes down, the goggles go down, it has like a little snorkel here. I like the printing, really like the printing on the vest here. No printing on the back. I like the spear gun. That's unique. I don't have anything like that so far. And yes, one face portrait. But I do like it. Very cocky. I like that cleft chin. Wow, this is different. Considering that once we open a minifig, there's usually 3 pieces that go with him to form a diorama set. I'm really curious to see what we're going to get with this guy. I can only imagine what's going to be coming up in the next couple days. So, that's everything we got for you tonight. As always, thank you so much for spending this time with me. Thank you for spending this time opening up these Advent calendars with me and celebrating the holiday with me. And Merry Christmas, everyone. And as always, thank you for watching.